Hi there! Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be talking about some healthy alternatives to snacks that you might want to try replacing with other snacks that could be considered more healthy. Let's talk about chips. Lovely, lovely chips. They're made from potatoes and my Irish side really likes that. But sometimes portion control with a bag like this can be tough, and it's loaded with sodium, processed fat. You don't know where the potatoes come from, like if they come from a good neighborhood or a bad neighborhood. We try not to judge that, but you can't know. So let's try replacing that with something that you do have a little bit of control over, like a year later, popping corn. I don't know why this is called popping corn, because I call it popcorn, but that's okay. You can control how much salt, butter, and sugar you put into the popcorn, and you can control the portion size as well. Rather than making a ton of popcorn, you can actually just make a small batch, if you're just watching a show or something like that, rather than, having the whole bag of now very many more potato chips that are on my floor. Instead, chocolate. It's wonderful. Typically, I don't want to go into the whole how cocoa is made and the slave trade and all of that stuff. Let's not talk about that. Let's just talk about chocolate again being really high in sugar and a lot of times salt too, surprisingly, and then also quite high in fat. So what can you do instead of chocolates? And I know this is not a standard chocolate, I just couldn't find anything at the store that quickly. So fruit, an apple. It's a great way to get that sugary kick instead of having all of the processed sugar that comes from chocolate. And a lot of commercial chocolate too. The sugar source can be corn-based, it can have high fructose corn syrup in it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is just easier. And depending on where you are, apples are fairly readily available all year round. If not apples, there's always grapes, et cetera. Oh, hold on. I also keep a ready supply of frozen blueberries at all times because they're phenomenal. Let's finally talk about, speaking of frozen, great segue, Cam. Thank you, Cam. Ice cream. It's wonderful, it's full of sugar, makes you feel good after a breakup, but I just said it's full of sugar, so I guess that's the bad part of that. What do we have instead of ice cream? Well, I'm gonna not throw this. What about yogurt? Yogurt is a great alternative to ice cream because you can buy flavored ice cream that's you can buy flavored yogurt that's high in protein, low in sugar, or you can buy plain yogurt and add the blueberries or put fruit on it. Not popcorn though, don't put popcorn in your yogurt, that's weird. Don't let me stop you, actually. Why, you know what, why am I limiting you? You are the chef of this particular thing, so add your popcorn to your yogurt. In fact, I'm encouraging it now. Here are 3 alternatives for you, simple examples that minimize the number of calories that you're taking in, but maximize the experience of eating goodly. These can help sate you when you're, make you feel full, in other words, when you're in a situation, because sometimes those other snacks, you can just eat and eat and eat and eat, and you can eat them forever, and it's never, I don't know, Costco bag potato chips, I could smash that, it's easy, but I can only eat 1 apple. Explain that to me. I don't know how that happens. It must be the sating effect of the apple. We're not saying that those foods are bad. They're not bad. They're just sometimes things that we want to try to replace with something that we feel a little bit either better about, making the choice for an apple because we know it's healthy and it's high in fiber, to curb emotional eating if that becomes an issue for us. And of course, it's not wrong all the time if, I don't want to go into any triggering statements about bad situations, but if you have a bad situation that you need to emotionally eat about, sometimes the ice cream is okay, but most of the times the yogurt will fill the bill. Yeah, that was it. That was the whole thing. Thanks. We love you. Be sure to subscribe. We need you. Need you. You. Click the bell. Also check us out on social media. Leave a comment. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Yeah? What's your favorite flavor of yogurt? What's your favorite flavor of apple? What do you put on your popcorn? I've heard people put like Cajun spices on popcorn, but that's way too far in left field for me. This you can control. Okay.
Just go super